So you got the start last weekend. How did you feel like you played, your performance?
Yeah, I think for my first 90 minutes this season, there was a lot of positives to take from. I think I'd trade my performance in for a win any day of the week. So it's 11-man sport. We got to win as a team. So one performance doesn't make up everything, but at the same time though it does contribute. So I think there's a lot of positives, and I think getting forward and trying to just have some good quality service in the box for Boydie is important. I was working on that this week though, and I think just taking that fitness and translating it into tomorrow night will help a long ways.
Offensively, things seemed to flow pretty well. Was there something different? Was there a different focus when you guys went down to LA and what you were trying to do offensively at all?
I just think that we're just trying to keep expressing ourselves going forward. There's a lot of great, talented guys on our attack that possess a lot of quality, and I just think we're just trying to stay with that and keep encouraging those guys to go forward, and encouraging our outside backs to get forward. I think against them, it was important for us to get forward and to open the game up, and create some width because they kind of play a box midfield. And with this team coming in here, it's going to be important to stretch them out and to get behind them as well. I think a lot of teams play in front of them, so I think turning them around and making them defend will be important. So I think we'll have to test them, but it kind of reminds me of LA last year, at home where a team coming in here on fire, talk of the league, et cetera, et cetera. So I think this group needs to start putting a bit of a chip on their shoulder and take a little bit of pride, in this stadium and our hometown and our home field advantage.
Are there adjustments that need to be made defensively, or what have been the breakdowns there?
I just think that we're just giving up, silly mistakes. I don't think we're keyed in for 90 minutes, and I think when we take plays off, I think that's when we get hurt, and I think it's one mistake that leads on to another mistake, and I think when you compound 6 or 7 of those in a row, then it makes a big problem, which sometimes we're getting punished for right now, and I think when things aren't going your way, they keep going against you. So I think we need to break that luck and break that change, and I think that's important. For another opportunity on Saturday. When you're winning, you want the games to keep coming as fast as you possibly can, and when you're losing, you want the next one to come so you can, change the writing on the wall and get the ship going back in the other direction. So, we got our hands full with a tough team, but, with that being said, they're, they train the same way as we do, they wake up the same way as we do, there's nothing different, it's just a hard-working group that we just have to come here and match with, and I think I'm confident in this group that we can get it done.
Is there anything specific you do for KC, or again, do you just worry about yourselves?
Just good video sessions. I think just preparing this week like you do any other week though. But it's you learn after a while. You just got to take every week as it comes, and the game doesn't change. It just the opponent does. So you just got to make sure that you're ready for who's coming at you and know your position and role. And the right side of the field has been pretty good for KC. So we'll have our hands full. So it'll be exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Kai Kamara, you'll probably see a lot of him, huh?
Yeah. He's been sending me a lot of messages already and making himself pretty comfortable here in Portland. So hopefully people around town are giving him a hard time. But he's a good buddy of mine. I played with him in Houston for a good period of my career, and he's a good friend. He's a good player, and he's had a good start of the season. I'm not surprised. He was a great player in Houston, and he's been a great player in Kansas City.
Mike, how do you, as a team, get over the hump of these late goals? I mean, is it mental fatigue, physical fatigue? I mean, does it?
I think it's veteran players stepping up and leading. I think it's putting the team on their back and organizing and keeping guys tuned in, holding guys responsible. I think just as a defensive player, you got to focus on those last minutes more than you do focusing on the attack. And I think when we get a goal, it shouldn't be like, oh shoot, we need 2-3 just to hold this game off. It should be 1-0. That should be enough. And I think getting back to that. Just rugged, tenacious defending, where you score one and that's it. You're not going to be giving up anything else. Is this what this team needs to get back to? And we have a lot of work ahead of us. It's a long season, and I don't think that anybody's shaking their head going, oh gosh, here we go. But I think at the same time, guys put their hands up, guys we make mistakes, and working collectively as a group to change those mistakes and to get better. So I think with that being said, it's another opportunity for us to change those and to come out on the field and to work on those mistakes and hopefully change those. Because, if you're told too many times, it shouldn't be the case. You should be told once as a professional, and you should make the correct changes. And that should be the end of it. There's only so much that a front office can do, a coaching staff can do. It comes down to the players on the field and the ones that are selected to do the job.
When does it become one of those self-fulfilling type deals where, it happens 4 or 5 times and she almost say, oh, here we go?
No, I wouldn't say that at all. It's a long season, and in Houston in 06 or 07, John was there as well, and he'll tell you the same thing probably. But our team started off 1-4-2. It's 2-6-1. I don't mean, you look back at the record though, but we started off in a slump. We started off struggling. And I remember the team talks that we had. One was in DC, and the other one was a win against Dallas at home our first year when Pat Onstad made 3 incredible saves, one off a penalty kick, and then 2 falling right up in that sequence. To keep the ball in net against Kenny Cooper actually. And the point of that is though, it was some luck going our way, and I think we need to create that luck though, and it's desire to do that. And I think guys running in behind, a special play from Darlington and a big time save from Troy. I mean, it's something that will spark this team, and I think once that ignites, I think this is an electric team that will take off and have a 10-game run. So I mean, it's capable of it. It's within us, but it's just stepping up and taking responsibility, each and every one of us, and not looking to somebody else.
Do you see yourself as one of those experienced guys that can kind of provide some of that leadership on the field?
Absolutely. I mean, that's why I'm here. I mean, he brought me here because I was an experienced player. The quotes that he said last year, you know what you're going to get from me though, and you bring in, Lavelle and I, but 2 experienced players, an experienced player, and that experience has to count for something. And if I don't call on that, to help out this group in a time where maybe it's needed, then that's my own fault and responsibility. So, it's not like I need to be yelling or doing anything more than what it was or what it is. But I think at the same time, I can communicate on the field and be barking orders and at least, stepping up in my position and my role, in a 7th-year player in this league. So, that's got to come out here.